Everyone should love me. Everyone should respect me. My husband should be the most handsome man in this world. My wife should be like Miss Universe. This year, I should at least make a profit of 1000 crores. My teacher should give me full marks in every subject. Aren't we all filled with these thoughts? Well, these are nothing but mere false expectations. Hare Krishna everyone, I am Kavya Budhiraja and welcome back to Being Krishna Conscious. In this video, we are going to analyze these patterns of expectations. Why do we develop this sense of expectation and what are the practical ways to overcome these expectations? Let us begin by why do we develop these expectations in the first place? Sri Krishna answers this question in the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 2, verse number 62, in which he says, Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsa Sangaste Shupajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodho Abhijayate. Sri Krishna says that while contemplating on sense objects, we develop attachment for them. From that attachment arises desire. This desire is nothing but expectation. And from that expectation manifests anger. So Sri Krishna has laid down the entire procedure in front of us. He clearly mentions that when we start to contemplate on sense objects, we develop a sense of attachment for them. And from that attachment arises our expectation or desire or lust. And when it is not fulfilled, it leads us to anger. Let's try to understand this with the help of a practical example. For example, if I am constantly thinking about a person, then sure enough, I will get attached to that person very soon. Once I get attached to him or her, then I would develop a desire or I would develop this expectation that he or she should work for my happiness. Or if it is Valentine's Day, then I would expect my partner to get me a good gift of my choice. So all of this is nothing but expectation. And when this expectation is not fulfilled, what will happen? It will lead me to get angry. And once I get angry or frustrated, it will not only impact my mental health, but it would also impact my physical well-being. And we all must have seen this personally. As and when someone loses his temper, the first thing he does is that he starts blabbering. He starts shouting like anything without listening to any person around him. His face gets red in anger. So all these things indicate that the root cause is to contemplate constantly about a person or about a sense object. Because only after that we get attachment. From attachment develops lust, desire or expectation, and when it is not fulfilled, it leads to anger or frustration. So as Ayurveda, which is a part of medical study, it suggests that instead of just relieving the pain, we should rather focus on the root cause of the problem and eliminate that root problem. Applying that principle in the present case, the root problem of this expectation or of this desire is overthinking. Now the question comes, what can we do to remove these expectations, to not to have impractical expectations? The answer is, as and when you realize that you are constantly contemplating about something which is not in your control, deviate your attention. Try to engage yourself in some other activity. And that other activity in which you are engaging yourself should also not be of that nature which is just a small distraction and which could bring you back to this overthinking part after some time. It should be something substantial which can contribute to your well-being and happiness. Which activities should we engage ourselves in once we realize that we are overthinking? As I've mentioned many a times, that there is no question that Krishna has not answered in the Bhagavad Gita. Sri Krishna has also answered to this question as to which activity should we be engaged in order to negate all the negative thoughts that come in our life. The answer lies in chapter number 9, verse number 34, which is Man mana bhav mad bhakto madhya jimam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktavaivam matmanam mat parayana. Krishna says, always think about me, become my devotee, pay obeisances unto me and worship me. Hey Arjuna, while always being absorbed in me, you will surely attain me. So Krishna is also saying that how should we spend our time? So instead of thinking about some sense objects or about some people or about any circumstance which is not in our control, we should rather spend our time thinking about Krishna, remembering his pastimes, serving Krishna. You see, right now, our life is only revolving around three words. And those words are I, me, and myself. I should get this, I should get that, I should be dealt with humility, you should respect me, I should come first in my class, I should get this opportunity. And these words, I, me, and myself, are the main reason for our frustration. Because, let's face it, not everyone is living to make us happy. Not everyone is living on this planet to work for our happiness. And not everyone has the same perspective, the same thinking pattern as we have. So right now, we have an attitude of taking, and taking. Let us shift to the attitude of giving, and giving, which means serving. Because when you want to take something, others might not give it to you. But when you want to give something, nobody can stop you, right? So let us not try to focus our entire life only on myself. Rather, let's make it about giving something to others. Don't ask what others can do for you. Ask what you can do for others by serving them. Do not ask what God can do for you. Ask what you can do for God. So next time when you visit any temple, don't ask Krishna for anything. Rather, ask him, my dear Krishna, please give me an opportunity to serve you, because by serving you, it is me only who is getting purified. We have to get out of these notions of I, me, and myself. This is nothing but egoistic mentality. And in order to come out of this egoistic notion of living, we must learn to serve Krishna. We must learn to serve the devotees of Krishna. And sure enough, once we learn that, Krishna will be so merciful upon all of us that he would engage us more and more in his service. Srila Prabhupada always mentioned that this Hare Krishna movement is all about rendering devotional service to Krishna. We have taken enough from Krishna, not only in this lifetime, but from millions of lifetimes. Now it is the time for all of us not to take anything from him, but to give him something. And the only thing we can give to Krishna is our devotion and our heart. So let us take this challenge of overcoming our expectations as a good opportunity of serving Krishna and going closer to him. Hare Krishna, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jai Sri Radhe Shyam.